that is, data collection methods, error reduction, and enhancing objectivity. Under data collection methods, teachers maintaining a continuum of scores from all assignments, including homework, participation, completed and uncompleted assignment, open book test, presentation, research work, and laboratory are all vital. Teachers attested conversations, presentations, projects, and journaling must gain priority, as quizzes alone do not measure everything, except a choice of any of the above depends on the need assessment. And that teachers must become empowered with the use of marking schemes, checklists, and continuum in making information about students' progressive learning, which better shapes students' cognitive abilities. The second category, error reduction and enhancing objectivity. The two initial themes, teachers concentrated efforts to reduce personal influence by managing assessment scores with mindsets that enhance objectivity, which require flexibility in accounting for students' knowledge level about their learning. The third and the fourth themes out of this category, the reduction by reducing the error associated with assessment and evaluations of students using videos such as popular cultures, YouTubes, and the likes in the lessons sustain the tenets of flipped classrooms, and this I'm making reference to Bernard et al. 2020, indicated in their study. The fifth theme, and the final one there, is promoting objectivity, which constitute how to blend fairness and descriptiveness of course outlines, which is a form of encouraging students to make their intentions known to teachers whenever there is disagreement. The fourth, research questions. Two main categories. That's the intrinsic motivation and the extrinsic motivation. They are dialogical because they link into one another. Intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation, they serve the same purpose, but from different domains. Because their influences bring meaning out of an encounter. Student feedback manifests how internally they are motivated because they feel their voices are heard and put into making the newest changes that are prerequisite for intellectual emancipation. The flexibility in flow predicates the demonstration of proficiency as an attestation of the variational applications teachers pursue. As a form of departure, which I call a departure question, I ask the participants who help me to collect raw data, what effect does a reliance on grading have on students in short term and in the aftermath? And this is the findings there. Teachers' dependence on grading as the sole means of measuring is not in the interest of student good. Making the committed effort to include more options, trials, and upgrading in assessment is the best practice where progress is evident in quality over quantity. The students' desire to learn and become critical thinkers, aside from flexibility and introduction of variety of strategies, rely on how available students are allowed retesting, remarking test scripts, no testing, and the use of peer-to-peer evaluation in class as intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. The implications, significance, and applications of the findings, the discussions. Teachers struggle to effectively conclude what students have achieved in courses. In Chapter 1 of the study, we expanded on the phenomenological qualitative context, which demands the use of open-ended interviews that facilitated a collection of data arranged, analyzed, and presented as an anecdote to educator best practices at the school level. Some of the areas that directed the study included critical grading systems, competency education, and deeper learning, as stated earlier. Chapter 2, specific literature informed the need for alternative radical grading systems, and Evans' 2018 article is prominent here. Research question 1 findings and its significance. Aligning preference to accurate evaluation with a need-based focus, where paramountcy rests on student feedback, improve instruction, and as a determinant for success for all. Findings validate the conceptual understanding of the need for teacher-tailored assessment and evaluations using test data to captivate student interest at the school level. Research question 2, the findings and their significance. Evaluation tools used in classrooms inspire self-confidence and increase students' preparedness for effective learning. Teachers' ability to differentiate with effort to ensure understanding, assessing, and evaluating were consistent with feedback that supported leadership. And here, I make reference to the article Lucia and Archwell, 2016, on leadership, which teachers must have that confidence to do what they are trained to do in their classrooms because they are the managers and not the administrators. The various tools that were used in collecting data in order to know how students have progressed academically include, but not limited to, interviews, multiple choice tests, true or false, essays, and surveys, which inform teachers about sticking to specific learning outcomes, which made it easier to grade for competencies. Learners show excitement and feel better when there was a reward for effort by seeing excerpts of their excellent work projected on the smart board, document cameras, the overhead projectors for instructors' elaboration to clarify points to the entire class. This approach works as a guide to support peers who struggle in classrooms and motivates them. Findings of research question 3 and its significance. Intrinsic confidence gained by teachers about effective test data management is an advantage to students deciphered from scenarios of participants' views. Philosophical change over the years has shifted to more performance activities, which demand the provision of many scenarios for encouragement. Infusing flexibility and accounting for students' knowing and learning, estimated, has dramatically erased or drastically reduced errors and enhanced objectivity about what students can do and demonstrated creativity in problem solving. Findings of research question 4 and their significance. Varying practices as response facilitate better, deeper learning, according to Otma, 2019, that transcend many natural life settings, telling folklore stories, life-based education, and the likes, really encourage students. Series of activities such as avoiding the zeros when grading students, working in groups,